Thompson has a boss.
Harry? You're the chairman?
No. You've met him, though. Or her. And everybody has. The chairman comes in a different form to everyone, so people rarely realize when it happens.
Is this some sort of test?
In a way, it's all a test. For everybody. Even the members of the Adjustment Bureau. David, you risked everything for Elise. And Elise, when you came through that door at the Statue of Liberty, you risked everything too. But you inspired me. Seems like you inspired the chairman too.
Is that about us?
Yes.
What does it say?
It says that this situation between the two of you is a serious deviation from the plan. So the chairman rewrote it.
A lot of people figure they can pay for that price, and we see it all often. But at what cost? You know, what do we lose when we take money out of our pocket or out of our bank account and we say, okay, can my son get a spot, or can my daughter get a spot, or can I just, you know, if you want to buy tickets to a nice football game and get down, and whether a basketball game and you're down on courtside, I think that's fantastic and awesome. But I'm talking about I'm actually elaborating or explaining those things to where if you look at the cost of to be one of my favorite athletes, Michael Jordan. I mean, I loved watching his documentary. I loved learning all those things that it cost him, especially when he came back to the sport and he lost. The team lost. It wasn't just Jordan, but he lost, and then he goes to film Space Jam, and now he's out recording for the movie and playing pickup games. I'm sure he was tired. I'm sure there was a lot of things that in that documentary that didn't make it in the documentary, but the cost that it takes to be great, it just costs what it costs. I mean, there's so many ways I can spin this, and maybe I'll make a follow-up video of breaking down different things and explain the cost of, different athletes or different people that have accomplished something. I'm looking forward to, as the page evolve, as my YouTube page evolves, is just having people on listening to their cost. I think, it's great that some people, they've shared with me, hey, Coach Swift, I love listening to you talk on your YouTube page. But also, I learned from other people. I learned from, like I mentioned too on this video, that personally influenced my life. But there's a lot of people I learned from, or have learned from, and continue to learn from. So the cost is something that I was going down one road, but no, this is a better way, at least in my opinion, to explain this. Everything, and I share this, and now be open-minded. Try to receive what I'm saying in a way of all respect. Everything that I always considered fearful, like my credit's going bad. I don't want bad credit. Gas prices, those things. These are all man-made things. I always say, when I'm looking at a sunset, or when you're looking at a sunset, there's no really argument there. You honestly stare at it in awe. If you're in a place where you can see a nice, beautiful sunset, no one argues with a sunset. We're in awe of it. We have no words. We're just kind of looking at it. And here in Southern Arizona, you get different sunsets every day, different sunrises every day. And I never look at those sunsets or sunrises and argue with it. I never, what the heck are you doing today? I don't get frustrated about it. I sit in that short time and wish that moment could go on longer, because it, especially when we have monsoon seasons and the clouds are here and you see different colors, and at times the sky is pink, it's just beautiful. And there is no discussion. There is no fear. You're just standing there enjoying the process of nature. And I have this other thing is like, things that we don't understand, but we try to defy. Like no one argues with gravity. No one's going to sit back and say, yo, gravity, you need to stop being gravity today. We don't argue with fire. We don't discuss things with water. We're not angry with it, in the sense of water's wet. There's some smart people like, actually water's we're not doing all that. We're just trying to relay a message here. So those things, there is that cost or that time, I should say, that you sit and you watch the sunset or the sunrise, or you're standing on top of, let's say if you ever been on a mountain, you look out as far as your eyes can see. That's just them things where you can't really put words to it. And as many adjectives as the person next to me could give, I can give, just as many completely different adjectives. And creation and that process, that costs the time, we can say scientists, the world is 4.5 billion years old. Let's say they're off by 7 billion. We're like, how are they off by 7 billion? Well, it's all an estimate. It's all I'm not going to say really a guess, but we look at it and we view it and we say, that's a long time. And if you're lucky, you can live 80 years. You're a bleep. You're a little speck on that billion-year thing of what we call this world. You're just a speck. You're just a small piece, but you can help generations and people in your little small piece. So that's what I try to do when I'm like, okay, I don't have the $1 billion mansion, but I have a wife that she's worth more than $1 billion. I don't put a price on our relationship, or my boys, or the athletes around me, the Jade who helps me with videos, the Lauren who always has a great story. I love talking to Lauren because she's always in a curious mindset, I should say, and she's an artist, so it's always interesting to hear her feedback on certain things, because the way her perspective is when it comes, because she is an artist. So, the time that I can spend with these people and the people, and again, I miss 11,000 people, and I know somebody's gonna say you didn't say my name, but I see these people every day, pretty much. So that's why I'm bringing them up. But I don't want anyone to think that, at times, I sit and I'm like, I love the time I spent with this person. We didn't even spend any money. We didn't do nothing but laugh, and it cost me something. It was just time. And at times, we know time, we moved away, not moved away, but the time ended where we were not around this person or persons anymore. And we look for that time again. So that is the cost. It's the cost of, you can call it the cost of love, the cost of, you can spin it any other way, but to accomplish your goals, it's tremendous sacrifice. And are you willing to take the sacrifice? Are you willing to basically debunk time and not consider the time, and just consider the fact of what is it going to cost you? I'm willing to give up the time to record. I'm willing to give up the time and money to sit with my boys. I'm always willing to do that, and I will continue down this path so I can show myself, and people can view it, of how important it is to understand what cost this is, and I'm okay with all my cost when it comes to accomplishing my goal. It's a tremendous sacrifice, and I'm willing to do it. So, mic drop. That's it. Hey folks, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah, hit that bell, so you can know more about Swift Sundays.